Hello guys, so today we are going to see the important topic of our software engineering, that is risk management. So let us see what is risk. Tomorrow's problems are today's risk. So we'll give a clear definition of risk is the problem which causes some loss to us or the threaten to our project. So which has not happened before, that is known as risk. So it can be like potential issues can cost or otherwise some technical issues or scheduling time or sometimes because of the employees. So what is risk management we are going to do is, in that we are going to do identify the risk and we want to address the risk and we have to eliminate these problems before they will damage the project. So according to that we have to differentiate the risk as the potential issues from the current problem for the projects. So let us see the different methods are required to address these kind of issues. So now let us say the examples. This is staff storage we are seeing. So what is the first current problem is, first now we are not going to, the people in current situation, they are not able to select the people those who are having correct right technical skills. The second problem what we can say is, what we just by the competition they are being hired. So this can maybe by technical persons, this is causing a risk somewhere. So how to manage the risk? Let's see. Software project can be concerned with a large variety of risk. So in order to be, we have to be very skillful to systematically identify the significant risk which will affect the software project. So what they are saying is, we have to know the first what is the risk is. Then only we can identify the risk and we can eliminate those risks. So for that we have classify our risk in top three main classifications we have did. That is project risk, technical risk and business risk. So what is mean by project risk is, project risk means what a form of budgetaries that schedules who are going to work, the workers, that resource and the customer related problems. So it is very tough to sometimes monitor and control a software project and control the things which cannot be identified. So for that program we have to plan according to that budget and who are the workers, we have to think that and we have to go on that. So example is the manufacturing of cars. So the plan executive can recognize a product taking shape. So who has did that plan, they only can recognize those problems, but before that they should be identified with that. Next is technical risk. What is technical risk? It concerns potential method, next implementation, next interfacing, testing and maintenance issue. These all come under the technical risk. So sometimes in our codings or in our anything will cause the ambiguous specification and sometimes incomplete specification, or the technical is outdated or sometimes technical is uncertain. So these type of technical risk appear due to the team's insufficient knowledge about that project. Next is business risk. What is business risk? Now we are creating a project, but and we are doing everything in that perfectly, but what is it now, in our market it doesn't work. It will build excellent product but that is not needed in the market. So we will not see the budget or employee commitments, but by making them we are just losing our all excellence in that. Next, see what is the other risk factors. So known risks are, those risks can be uncovered after careful assessment of the project program, the business and the technical environment in which the plan is being developed. Now as an example, unrealistic delivery date, that is known as known risk. We are doing, but it can be uncovered after the careful assessment. Next is predictable risk. From the previous project experience, we can just cover that. That is known as predictable risk. We know that this is going to come like that. Unpredictable risk, that we don't know when it will occur and what will happen. So it is just tough to identify in advance. So example, suddenly a technical is being audited or suddenly a software might cause any harm or anything bug is appear. So that is known as unpredictable risk. So let us see the principle of risk management. There are 5 main principles. One is global perspective. Second one is take a forward looking view. Third one is open communication. Fourth one is integrated management. Fifth one is continuous process. Let us see about global perspective. So in this, what is this? Biggest system description, design and implementation. We want to look at that chance, and we have to impact the risk which is what we are going to have. We have to see first itself. What is take a forward looking view is we have to consider a problem which can appear in the future, and we have to work according to that in the next event. What is open communication? It is between a group of team members or clients, so they can discuss that this may occur in the future about that. This is known as open communication. What is integrated management? It is a part in this method. Risk management, they will make an integral part of the project management, so they will take under this. Continuous process is, so risk they will track continuously throughout the that management paradigm that we are going to see next our next slide. What is mean by risk management paradigm? So while doing the process itself, they will track continuously. So let us see risk management paradigms. What it is, we have to identify, analyze, plan, track, control, and communicate. So let us see what is mean by identifying. So we are searching for the risk before they create a major problem. That is identify. Next we are understanding what is the kind of risk, and we are gathering the information about that risk. Next is plan. We are converting it into the action, and we are going to implement them. Next, track. We need to monitor, and we have to take the necessary actions against that risk. We are controlling it by making any necessary amendments or any needs we need, that we are doing it by controlling, and we are correcting the risk. Communicate. We have to discuss about that risk and the current risk, and the plan to be undertaken with the whole team members. So this is the flowcharts of the risk management, that is divided into two types, that is risk assessment and risk controls. Risk assessment is of three types: risk identification, analysis, and prioritization. Risk control is of three types: risk management planning, monitoring, and resolution. So here we can see is what is the risk management process is. Let's go to another. Risk management is of two types, as I said earlier, that is risk assessment and risk control. So let us see what is meant by risk control. Risk control, it is a process of controlling the risk to achieve the desired outcomes. If we want to if we are thinking of our successful project, we have to control the risk firstly itself. So after our risks are identified, we are going to plan that what it can happen and how we can control risk. So different risk will be needing different technique methods. So that we can see in further slides. Next we will go for risk assessment. That is, the object of risk assessment is to division the risk in the condition of their loss causing potential. So we can just divide it according to that work. So for the risk assessment, what we will do is, first we should rate the risk in two methods. That is, what is the possibility of risk coming true, and the issues related to that risk. That is P and S. So what we are going to do is, that is R and S. So what we are going to do is, priority is equal to risk R into S. That is, what is the possibility of risk coming true, and into the issues what is according to that. So here P is a priority as we seen earlier, and R is the probability of risk coming true, and S is the what is can be caused and it can become true. So after all we can identify, we are going to see how it is going to damage and how we can control it. So according to that we can work on that. So let us see what is meant by risk identification. So the project who is organizing that project, or who is the developer of the project, they need to identify the risk as early as possible. So we can reduce the effective our risk management by doing risk management plan. We can reduce that. So what we can do is, it will be a large variety of risks. A project, it can be a large variety of risks, because we are going to develop our new project outside, or we are going to show it outside. So to identify that risk, it might affect a project, or it can do anything. So we are just classifying these risks in that 6 types. First is technology risk. So the risk which will be related to software or hardware technologies, that is known as technology risk. Next is people risk, to whom we are going to connect in the team. So that is known as people risk. Next is organization risk. What is organization risk is, so we are assuming from the environment, what environment is going on, so what software is being developed, according to that we are saying is that is organizational risk. Next is tool risk. What tools, according to that we are going to see what is the risk is. So sometimes software tools can also cause risk to us, because at the time it won't work, it won't create. Fifth one is requirement risk. That is, what is a customer requirement and what all we need to make that requirement fulfill. Sometimes it can vary, so that is also a requirement risk. Next is last, estimation risk. What is that? Is what we are making estimate that cost budget. According to that, we'll take a risk in that too. Let's see the risk analysis. So what we'll do during the risk analysis, what we'll do is we have to consider every identified risk and we have to make the probability of that and the seriousness of that risk. So we have to analyze first that. So actually there is no simple way to do it. So we have to make a perception and what are the experience of a previous project and what are the problems that is caused in previous object. So that we have to see and we have to just make a risk analyze. So if it is not possible to make exact, but still we can make the numerical we can estimate that. So we should not authorize the risk to one of the several bands. So how we can make it like, now probability of risk might be determined as very low, just like 0 to 10%. Only in this is very low, or low, that is 10 to 25%, moderate 25 to 50, and high 50 to 75, or very high plus 75%. So these are the risk determined. So what is effect of risk is, that is catastrophic. What is meant by catastrophic is, it will, the survival of the, what is a plan, it will not just ruin or it will just threaten. So what next is serious, it will cause the delays, or tolerable is within the that contingency, it will just delay, or we can say is insignificant. These are the types of how we can determine the risk. Next is risk prioritization. So what is risk prioritization? In this process, we are going to determine that which risk we should act upon first. That is only a priority, right? So what is priority? We are giving the priority the first what we can solve, right? So here we are going to make a risk, we are going to determine a risk which we can act upon the first. So it is like a likelihood of a risk and what it make a risk analysis it will be. So it can identify a number of risks. It will identify the similar ranking according to risk analysis. As we seen is, according to risk analysis, we will just number that, and sometimes it will be a similar ranking. So what we will do is we will just work on that, and in this method we will just tie to a business need and maximum the what is the use of ability of a resource and rest all. So here what will be the management program and becomes necessary, that will be doing first. So managing the adverse impact from our one threat occurrence may be possible. So according to that, what we'll see, managing multiple risk of high impact that materialize at same time may be beyond the capacity. So what they are saying is, first we are if we take upon the first trick, we can just determine that and we can act on that rather than working on that multiple risk and making it to come to market. So next we can see is risk management planning. So how we can do planning is, it is a process of managing risks to achieve desired outcomes. So all the after we identify all the risk, what we are going to do is we'll just try to eliminate it. So we'll which is most harmful, what is most likely, which is just less, we're going to manage that. So here three methods are there for planning the risk management, that is avoid the risk, transfer the risk, risk reduction. What is avoid the risk is, so now we are discussing with the client, and several will discuss with the client by changing the requirement or decrease the scope of the work. So we are just giving our engineers incentive to avoid that risk of human resource turnover. According to them, we should not make it like this. So we should avoid that risk. Next is transfer the risk. What we can do is, in this we can just transfer that risky elements what is developed by our third party by insurance or anything. We can do that, we can just transfer that risk. What is risk reduction? In that we can plan according to the work, so it can reduce the risk. I mean what the work is that, so which will include our loss because of the risk, so we can just plan according to that. So if there is a risk in some that key personnel might leave, so some that employee can leave, or otherwise we can plan for the another requirement. So we can just reduce the thing which is causing risk to us. Next is risk leverage. So we have to choose between the various methods of handling risk or that amount of controlling risk. So according to that, we can just reduce the risk. For that we should take the risk leverage. What is risk leverage is? It is a variation in risk exposure divided by the amount of the reducing the risk. So we'll see is risk exposure before reduction. Before we are reducing this, what is risk is giving to us, what impact it is giving to us. Next, minus what it is giving after reduction by what is the cost of reduction. So according to that, we can estimate a risk leverage. Next is risk planning. So this method consider of each key risk we have identified and how to maintain these risks. So for each of the risks, we have to think of the behavior. I mean, how to minimize that and how to identify that risk. So we should also think that what we should do is we have to collect while monitoring our planning itself. We can just collect those risks. If again there is no easy process can be followed, so it can rely on the judgment and experience of the project manager. If we can't identify, we can just get experience or judgment by that project manager. So next let's see is risk monitoring. What is in my risk monitoring is, in this we are gathering the information through the manual or automated means. Okay, so if by alerting or reporting that information, according to that we are doing that risk monitoring. We are just making it providing the input on that what is going on, that risk assessment, and we are waiting for response or process. So depending on the risk assumption, constraints and priorities and tolerance level, so the monitoring practice will implement. So it may differ any time from what it is documenting in the risk monitoring strategy. So here NIST guidance, it will recommend that the organization consider risk monitoring from an organizational perspective, and coordinator monitoring will practice all the 3 tiers in that achievement of risk management goals. So it will avoid the duplication of that monitoring activities. So what is the purpose of actually risk monitoring is, how risk can be monitored. This is to address. So it will include verifying the compliance with the risk, and it will implement, I mean by ensuring with the organization that we can monitor that, and we can implement the risk response by any information security and effectiveness of the risk response measures, identify any changes what is going on, what is risk monitoring activities at the various level of the organization should be coordinated and communicated. At the various level itself we should coordinate or communicate. So what it can include is sharing risk assessment result, and next what it will do is how it being planned or implemented. So it should consider all the tools and technologies what we need to facilitate these monitoring activities, and it will include the changes that would impact response to risk. Let us see the risk resolution. So it will produce a situation to us in which the risk items are eliminated, otherwise it is resolved. It means, by example, we can avoid the risk by the relaxation of some requirements. So typical techniques include some simulations, benchmark or mission analysis, and design to cost approach. So this is risk resolution. Next, what is essential activities of risk management is, in this area which it tries to ensure the impact of risk on cost, quality and schedule is minimized. So what is cost and what is the quality, what is the schedule, it can be minimized in that risk management. So main purpose of the risk management you will see is identifying and manage the risk, as we said earlier, and solve the problem of the software project. So by estimating that all risk which can affect our project schedule or quality and developed by taking action to avoid the risk is an important task of the project manager. So here let us see is what is where it is connected. Now see, risk identification is all those risk of potential risk we have to include. Next is risk analysis, that is we will just see the with what is the prioritized risk list. Next is risk planning. We have to just see what we have to avoid or what we have to plan. Next is risk monitoring, that is include risk analysis, that will connect to risk assessment. So like all other project planning, the risk management process is an iterative process. It will continue throughout the project. So this result should be documented in the risk management. So what it will include is discussion of risk that the project faces, and we have to analyze these risks and we have to manage these risks. So it may also include some results of the risk management. So in this we have to deal with the identifying the sometimes undesirable event that occurs in this, and we have to occurring and the losses that occur when undesirable events occurs. Sometimes it will occur and we can sometimes it will occur loss to us. So by knowing these strategies, we have to reduce the possibility of this, and we have to reduce the risk or impact of the content. So risk management revolves around the risk assessment and risk control mainly. So let us see that there are top 10 items techniques for managing them. So what are the risk items? First one is personal shortfalls, which means that top talent staffs or job matching staffs, what team building, key personnel agreement, training, pre-scheduling key people. This is the management techniques. This is the risk. Sometimes we will have shortage of the talented staffs, which we have seen before because of that. Second one is unrealistic schedule and budget. So we are not having the proper budgets or proper cost. Sometimes it will what is the techniques for this is detailed multi-source cost and schedule estimation before itself, what designed to cost, incremental development, software reuse, requirement scrubbing are the techniques for this. Next risk is developing the wrong software functions. What are the techniques for it is organization analysis, mission analysis, OPS concept formulation, user surveys, prototyping, early users manuals. In this we can first itself we can analyze what are the we are going to organize, then what are the mission for us, what is the surveys, and that early user manuals we can just make in that. Next risk is gold plating, and what are the techniques is requirement scrubbing. What we are doing is, and what is the cost benefit analysis, design to cost and scrubbing. This is techniques for this. Fifth risk is developing the wrong user interface. So in this also we are using techniques as prototyping, what are the scenarios, what is our task analysis, what are the user characterizations, it means work style, what is the workload, and what is the functionality. So next let us see the sixth one, that is continuing stream of requirement change. It will change according to that. So in that what the technique is high change threshold, information hiding, incremental development. So we can here it is refers to change to later increment. Suppose it is updated or like our technologies are outdated, so we can use these techniques. Next is shortfall in externally furnished components. What are the techniques for this is benchmarking, inspection, reference checking, and compatibility analysis. So according to that we can just manage these risks. Another risk is shortfall in externally performed task. So what we can use technique is reference checking. We can just check over the reference, pre-award audits or award fee contracts, competitive design or prototyping, team building we can use for this. Risk items number 9, training computer science capabilities. So what are the techniques for this is technical analysis we can do, or cost benefit analysis, reference checking or prototyping. We can use this for avoiding that risk. Real time performance shortfalls. What is the technique for this is simulation, benchmarking, modeling, prototyping, instrumentation, and tuning. So these all are the risk and the risk management techniques. So we can use this in our project to avoid the risk. So thank you for seeing this video and hope you all like it.